A rarity in Reaver country, a football bye week. The Reavers getting a chance to rest up a bit, but also another week to dwell on a forgettable Saturday their last time out. It's time to get busy winning or get busy working on next year. And the Reavers are out to prove that there's a lot of football to win these next 6 weeks. Highlights and more from a Dodge City showdown coming up on the Iowa Western Football Coaches Show. See it next on the Coach Stroh Show, only on CBTV 17. From the studios of CBTV 17 at Iowa Western in Council Bluffs, I'm Jake Ryan, along with Iowa Western football head coach Scott Stroh. First of all, Coach, how was the week off? Did you get a chance to relax a little bit, and how much work did you make the guys put in?
Actually, it was good to have a week off for sure. We gave them Monday off. We practiced Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Gave them Friday, Saturday off. Came back Sunday, and it was good for our young guys. Got a bunch of reps. We got some guys healed up, but overall, I think we utilized it. I think the coaches needed a little bit as well, as much as the players.
Did you get a chance to get out at all and do any recruiting locally?
We did. Actually, I was in Des Moines during Friday, so I went down Friday and did some trying to get caught up. You know, you're always a little bit behind during the season, so an off week just to catch up with some things was really good.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights from Dodge City, ranked number 10 in the country, and the Iowa Western Reavers. It was pink out for Dodge City. Some interesting uniforms, let's just put it that way. The Reavers in the classic white and blue, and Andre Nunez getting started quickly. He'll run near the 50-yard line on the first play of this highlight package, and then it's Lorenzo Pratt. And again, Lorenzo, 2 weeks after an injury, good thing that he got that bye week to rest that shoulder.
Yeah, for sure, it did help, and it was good. We came out, we started off fairly decent, stalled ourselves with a negative play there, but came out offensively, got a couple first downs, which was key.
The Conquistadors in those purple and pink jerseys, and they will continue to convert big plays on third down. There's their big back, A.J. Walker, just kind of putting his shoulder down. I mean, he's a bowling ball. You can't get him with an arm tackle.
No, and they came out, give them credit. They came out, we were a little bit flat. They converted on some big plays or some big first downs.
Dennis Johnson making the catch there, and then a throw to the end zone. I thought maybe he was out of bounds. A little high on the camera there, but he is called for the touchdown, so it's 7-0 Dodge City. And then the Reavers go back to work. Nunez down the sideline, and how about this catch from DeAnthony McGriff? Not only bobbling it, but pulling it away from a defender. I thought he was real focused early in the first half.
He was, and this was a huge after they drive down and scored, go 80 yards, and we get one with DeAnthony who came out knowing that we were going to get some things that he had to make some plays.
Nick Easley, nice catch inside the 10. Then Lorenzo Pratt makes his first touchdown catch as a Reaver. And the Reavers tied up 7-7. And then the defense, well, the dark side never goes anywhere, do they?
No, and that's why, the first drive was kind of surprising. We haven't seen that a lot, but they really stepped it up, and McGriff makes another nice catch after a short field.
Yeah, another catch where he rips it off. Opening moments of the second quarter. How about Nick Easley again? This is a great shot that we got from the Dodge City paper. They took a couple photos from us. A nice shot of Nick Easley holding the ball over the cone there to get into the end zone.
Well, and it was really important. Andre played really well, and to giving him an opportunity. And these are up. We're up 14-7, and you get a short field or a turnover like this, you got to take advantage of it. This was probably the only bad throw that he made all day.
But it was a tremendous interception. Rodney Murphy fumbling, as Zegwu getting on top of it. Unfortunately, he can't capitalize. But that was a tremendous athletic play just to get that INT.
It was, and a little bit underthrown. We had a wrong route actually on it, the way he broke the route. But we talked about it, just putting it where only our guy can get it.
Big play there from Austin Aaron to recover that fumble, and then a fantastic one-handed grab by Easley keeps the drive alive. Nunez back to the air.
Yeah, and Nick had a heck of a day too. Here we had a mix-up in our route concept, and we really stressed just live for the next down. and not force something. So it was good to get that, but then we turned it over. I don't know, that was probably a little bit close. He looked on film, he was down.
Well, he loses the ball, does D'Anthony, and it's the first fumble lost by a player other than a quarterback this season for the Reavers. So that's not a bad stat of note, although it is on a bad stat.
Yeah, anytime we put it on the ground, and we put it on the ground too many times this year, but it was close, and like I said, these guys are opportunistic. They did that to everybody.
Andrew Van Ginkel getting through on the quarterback, and again, the Reaver dark side, just the defensive line penetrating, and the linebackers, kind of a quiet day for the linebackers overall because the defensive line did so much work. And there's a strip again by Van Ginkel. This one gets loose on the ground, and again, forcing loose footballs and giving your defense a chance to capitalize. They don't there, they have to punt, but you do get the ball back. And then McGriff, again, a good day, almost 100 yards receiving on the afternoon.
He did. It's really nice to see Van Ginkel finally healthy. It's kind of what we were hoping all year, but a couple nice pass completions there to getting ourselves a first down, and I think we were like 6 of 12 or 6 of 13 or something on third down.
Here's the play toward the end of the halftime whistle, and you see trying to make things happen. Goldborn making the catch. He was trying to lateral, but they spun him around. Ends up being a fumble on the play and a flag, but the good news is you recover it. It's the end of the half. You go in leading 14-7. Not a bad first half of play.
No, not bad at all, really. Against that defense, they're pretty good, and our defense really, besides that first drive, really dominated the game as well. And the first 30 minutes, we have a bunch more to play, but I was pleased with our effort in the first half.
Yeah, a bit of a stagnant second quarter offensively, but the Reavers up 7 into the break. We'll see what they can do in the second half with more highlights right after this. We are back in a moment for more Stroh Show on CBTV 17.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sports Med. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed Sports Med invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
In today's world, getting things done means being connected. The challenge, though, is staying connected, no matter where you are. In Council Bluffs, we had a nutty idea. What if we tried to connect everyone in our community for free? How great would it be if we could always communicate, stay creative, and enjoy the things that make us unique together? Just think of all the opportunities to learn new things, find new friends, and do it all in the blink of an eye. Introducing Blink, Bluffs Community Wi-Fi. It's free, and it's coming to your neighborhood soon. Learn more at blinkwifi.org.
That's low. That's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
From the studios of CBTV 17 at Canesville Center on the campus of Iowa Western Community College, Jake Ryan and head coach Scott Strohmeyer. All right, defense playing great. Offense did enough to take a lead. What adjustments did you work on at the break?
We really didn't make a whole bunch of adjustments. I mean, I think we did add a few things that we were going to, on offensive, changing just a few of our formations or motions or something like that. But I felt we played, like I said, both sides. We executed the game plan in the first half offensively, and I think defensively made some adjustments after that first drive that now it's just time to go play.
Now, you were going into the wind in that second quarter. Did that affect anything as far as, obviously you put up 14 points, but 7 of that was within the first 6 seconds of the second quarter. Did the wind affect your offense at all? It
does a little bit, just from throwing the ball down the field. I almost think sometimes throwing with the wind down the field is even challenging as well. But and it's more of a mindset than it is. You don't want to have a throw or have a play called that may take a little bit more, that the wind can hold it. It took us out of our option game that we practiced all week, a little speed option and a little toss play, just because I didn't want the wind to affect it. But other than that, not too bad.
Yeah, Dodge City, the windiest city in America. I don't know where Chicago got the nerve to start calling themselves the Windy City. Let's take a look at the highlights for the second half as the Reavers get it stretched out, leading 14-7 over the Conks of Dodge City. And again, the Conquistadors celebrating their pink out for breast cancer awareness, scrambling all around. And I tell you what, it's a good thing that pink was on there because they couldn't see as many of the grass stains as the Reavers kept putting them down.
It was a good start to the second half defensively for sure. We took the win trying to get something going right away.
There's a reception made by Andre Nunez on a pass by Andre Nunez. He'll want that one obviously wiped off the stats, -9 yards total. So you can't get it going on the first try, but then you force another 3 and out, and then you get some action going as they punt bounces inside Conk territory, and that's a big deal right there. That was against the wind, and you see it playing havoc with that punt.
Yeah, it was. You know, to get it in your plus side, and then they get a personal foul that adds 15 more. So I was pleased with our composure.
Yeah, they kept racking them up, and they kept saying the first penalty on so-and-so. And look at a little bull riding down in Dodge City by Andre Nunez, and then you bring in A.J. Bush. He punches it in, a touchdown for the Reavers. You go up 20-7. Bobby Patterson makes it 21-7.
It was huge start to the third for sure. And then, you know, Andre, we caught him in. We knew going into this thing we were going to get a mismatch. One of their safeties was out too, and we kind of took advantage of him.
Nick Easley, his mother not happy with his ripped shirt as he streaks into the end zone there. He gets the second touchdown of the day. And a great job overall by Nick, just running the routes, had a huge day offensively.
He did, you know, and going into this thing, that's what we had. I told him we had to win there, and Nick won and McGriff won.
Yeah, they both helped Andre out a lot, and then the throw to the end zone and a little bit too much. It almost looked like a Tim Tebow jump pass, and it's picked off in the end zone. AJ's only pass of the day gets returned out inside the 10, and then Dodge City trying to go to work as they trail big 28-7 at this point.
Yeah, you know, in field position, we pin them deep, and then we get good field position back. We make a play, but now it's kind of when the penalties start coming a little bit.
Yeah, and they were coming on both teams as well. Reavers still driving as AJ, again, so scary sometimes when he holds that ball out, but he gets forward progress there, and then a handoff to T-Boy White, and T-Boy will score his first touchdown as a Reaver right here, 34-7, feeling pretty good, up 27 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for sure, but you know, like I said, you never can feel too comfortable. And then they go into the fourth quarter and they just start emptying it out. I think that was a game plan.
Well, and they returned that blocked extra point for 2. Here's a rush that they get on a little pitch out, and then the onside kick. Well, guess what? The Reavers recover it. It was still back and forth and back and forth. Bobby Patterson gets it away, a low line drive punt. They said that they blocked it. You disagreed. They scoop it up. The entire coverage team was down the other end of the field, so obviously this one's an easy TD for Dodge City.
Yeah, you know, and to be honest with you, when they returned the blocked extra point and we had to punt here, I knew they were going to come at it, and it just seems like they were getting all these breaks throughout the...
There's a break they didn't get, the missed 2-point conversion, and then they go put a little dangerousness on things. Reavers do recover this one as it bounces short on the pooch kick. They were. I'll tell you what, they didn't quit. That's for sure.
Well, and that's really been the story of their season. They've fought back and won games late, and you know, we put them in position to give them those chances. Their pass interference there, and were called, I guess. And
yeah, that one I didn't necessarily agree with. The ball was out of bounds, but they called a pass interference, and then, well, he scrambles out to the outside. And the Reavers do get him out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, you know, like I said, now we're making it pretty interesting, and they get him punching one in there.
Yeah, Walker punches it in. And again, right now, 34-29, the high kick, and then the Reavers get on it. That would have been interesting had they recovered it, but you guys get on top of it and are able to run out the last little bit of clock here in this ball game. That's a good thing, as Lorenzo Pratt, I guess we didn't talk about this yet, Lorenzo Pratt breaking off what would amount to be about a 70-yard touchdown run. Unfortunately, as he breaks the finish line there, that one's called back, somebody covering up somebody else on the line.
Yeah, which is close, you know, but I think it was more so the timing of the flag, and we needed that. It only took a few seconds, that was the only problem, but coming back and just telling our backs to stay in bounds, and make them use their timeouts, and and come out with a close one.
May have been the longest fourth quarter I've ever been a part of. I mean, it was a 5-hour weather delay before Coffeyville got started. That felt longer, that fourth quarter did, than that weather delay.
Every time I kept looking up at the clock, I'm seeing, there's still 6 minutes, there's still 4 minutes, and a lot of game. And I'll be honest, we were maybe a little bit conservative offensively in the fourth quarter, not just because of, I just didn't want to put us in a bad position, and our defense was playing well, make them drive it and beat us. And like I said, the big thing was the penalties. That's where, the pass interference, or we get a play and it called back. That's the stuff that hurts you. Yeah,
you look at the defensive or the offensive numbers on the day. Andre Nunez controlling the game, finding his receivers. I thought it was one of his best days as a Reaver. Obviously, 3 touchdown passes. It's the first time he's done that in his career. But overall, from the running, from the passing, I thought you guys really got it going. A.J. Bush punching in a couple of touchdowns when he was in the ballgame along with T-Boy White. Yeah. So you did control, but that fourth quarter, again, into the wind, did that affect it?
It did, because it was picking up. And like I said, some of the things, they were playing us a little bit differently than they were in the first half, and they didn't change that till the fourth quarter. So we just wanted to be careful, just when you don't want to give a team like that a whole bunch of life with a turnover that could be, the other direction or anything like that. So that was part of it, just trying to settle the momentum down a little bit. And, we hung on, but I knew they wouldn't quit. That's a good defense. That back 7 is as good, well, we're going to see one this week, but is comparable, but they're pretty good.
Yeah. One stat of note is that Shaq Jones had 1 tackle on the day. That was significant because it puts him above 100 for his career. So congratulations to Shaq Jones setting that milestone for his career. The Reavers hanging on by the skin of their teeth. 34-29, a strong performance through 3 quarters. Gets them enough to hang on for the win. A big piece of the puzzle. Playing real well on Saturday. CBTV's Ben Smith will chat with the starting QB, Andre Nunez. Will join the show next on the Coach Stroh Show on CBTV 17.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. Since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Hey, God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
The Coach Stroh Show continues here on CBTV 17. I'm IW TV student Ben Smith, along with starting quarterback Andre Nunez. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So you guys are coming off a tough loss against Coffeyville. How much did this bye week last week help you guys out?
It helped us out a lot. We had a lot of injuries, a lot of nicks and bruises. So getting the guys all back and healthy helped us out for this week.
Yeah, you guys really seemed a lot better, just healthier, re-energized coming up against Dodge City. How much it seemed like you guys had a lot of confidence going in that first drive, just going straight down the field. How much did you guys feel confidence going into the game?
Good. I mean, all our guys were well rested, and we're excited to get back after it. And Dodge City's a good defense, one of the top in the country. So we had a good challenge in front of us, and we're excited about that.
Now you really had a good game on Saturday. 19 for 24, over 200 yards, 3 TDs. How were you the number one starter coming into the game on Saturday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How much do you think that put you in confidence-wise?
It was good. My guys trust me, and I trust my guys, so it was pretty easy just to, get the ball to the playmakers.
Now keep on the lighter side here. Who would you say is your favorite target on the team?
I don't know. Probably be one of the slots, but they're both good.
Yeah, D'Anthony McGriff and Nick Easley both having 2 big games, Easley with 2 TDs. How much do you think your performance kind of helped them out confidence-wise?
Good. I mean, I know they like to get the ball, and that helps them out. So once they get in the end zone, once they get in the ball in the hands, it helps out a lot for them.
So now next week you come back home, homecoming week against Garden City, number 2 team in the country. Do you have any words to say to them?
We're gonna get after it. I mean, our guys are excited. Our coaches, are telling us they got all these D1 guys, and our guys are getting hyped up and pumped up for that. So we're gonna be ready.
Yeah, it seems like they're really pumped up as well. Yeah. But homecoming week, big game. Do you have any expectations going into that game?
We're gonna do what the coaches are asked, and we're gonna go in there with the game plan and try to execute it best we can.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on the show today. Coming up after the break, Jake Ryan, the coach, will be right back to talk about the homecoming battle against number 2 Garden City coming up on Saturday at Titan Stadium. I'm Ben Smith. The Coach Stroh Show will be right back.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun?
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Back in the studios at CBTV 17, Jake Ryan along with head coach Scott Strohmeyer. Well, you get into homecoming week, and it's always a patsy. So this week you get Garden City. They come in number 2 in the country, 6-0 overall. What can you tell us about the Broncbusters?
Well, they're playing really well. I think their defense is as good as we'll see. Dodge City's defense was good. These guys might be a little bit better. So, I mean, we'll have our hands full, for sure. But they're 6-0, number 2 in the country, playing extremely well and got athletes running around. So, but a good challenge for us, too. I mean, we're 3-3, but you could argue in the 3 games that we lost that we very easily could be 6-0, and it could be a number 1 versus 2. Sure. But, like I said, we're the second half of the season. We're 1-0. We're trying to get to 2-0, and we welcome the challenge of the number 2 team coming here.
Well, in your first 6 games, you play 5 teams that were either in the top 20 poll or receiving votes in the top 20 poll. The lone exception, Fort Scott, and that game wasn't easy either. So you look at this latter half. Garden City's #2 in the country. Highland, has been in the polls as the season goes on. I know that DuPage is down a little bit, but they're a quality ball club. Ellsworth, you look at Highland and Iowa Central; those games both on the road won't be easy. I mean, did you think that the first part of your schedule was going to be maybe not the easier part, but the more demanding part?
Yeah, I mean, that's when we thought after our bye week, and not that we were going to coast through anybody, but that the heart of it was going to be there. Now we turn around and go number 10, number 2.
Yep.
But that's the way this league is, and no one would have thought that Butler and Hutch are out of the top 20 and Iowa Western out of the top 20 at this point in the season before the season. But that's, like I said, that's a game of football, and you need some breaks along the way, and that's really where, just like Dodge City was 4-1, they got some breaks along the way, and we got them on Saturday, but we got to work it out for us.
Yeah, do you have any words for Coach Tom Minnick with Arizona Western? They win 2 weeks in a row. They were #1. Last week they were #2 with all 9 first-place votes. This week they lose first-place votes even after they beat Stroh, who was #1 earlier in the season. I mean, that happened to you guys. If you think about it, back in 2014, you were #1 for 2 straight weeks, and we're thinking, all right, Graphic Edge Bowl, national title game, and then all of a sudden we're driving to Biloxi, Mississippi. You got any words of advice for Coach Minnick?
No, I've talked to him though, and just more so to be like, what's going on, and knowing we're jokingly to him, but he's disappointed, But at the end of the day, the way the polls are set up, we may disagree with how it's happening, but he has a JV and a non-NJCA team. So that's what hurt him is he's got 2 games against non-NJC sanctioned schools, which hurts him with the total number of votes. But I think he's using it as motivation right now, saying no one respects us.
Sure.
And I think, like I said, a lot of people got to play people yet. And this week, #1 and 4 play,
right.
And we play too, and. So we still got some shuffling to go on, but he's not very happy.
Half the season to go. A busy week coming up for the Reavers during homecoming. The Reavers invading the 100 block on Thursday night for the annual homecoming parade. It is a glow event, which means, well, it's too dark just to be out there without any lights. So we've got glow sticks for come one and all. It's the 7 o'clock start with a pep rally to follow immediately afterward. Friday we'll do lots of volleyball, and the 2016 Hall of Fame induction class will be inducted that night with David Barmasai from Reaver Track. The 06 and 07 women's soccer teams will go in, plus community contributor Miller Orthopedics as well. Then Saturday, are you writing this down? Because there is a lot to do. Saturday, the We Are Council Bluffs Community Color Run. It's a 5K run and walk for everybody in the family. It doesn't matter how good of a runner you are or not, but that's early in the morning, and it will be followed by Reaver Women's Soccer and Reaver Men's Soccer, their alumni events coming that morning. And then, of course, at 11, the Polka Police. They've said they're going to arrest everybody there. They're going to take over the Tailgate Village out at Lewis Central High School. Come on out. It is absolutely free, sponsored by Barley's Bar and Grill. Kickoff at 1 o'clock will follow between the Reavers and the second-ranked Bronkbusters of Garden City, who, let's get going, all right? Woo, let's go. Homecoming week. For today's guests, I'd like to say thanks to Reaver head football coach Scott Strohmeyer and, of course, quarterback Andre Nunez, the crew of students in the IWCC Sports Media Program, and for IWTV student Ben Smith. I'm Jake Ryan. We'll talk with you this weekend for the Reavers and the Bronkbusters Homecoming 2016. Wear blue, be loud, and go Reavers. We'll talk with you next week, everybody.